Pisces.
Hello Pisces, this is your December astrological forecast for 2016, and listen, we have a long list of just very exciting transits for this month. Not a lot of challenges at all, even though we do have Mercury retrograde. We'll speak about that too. But right now what I see is that your main focus here for December is going to be on career. You have the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury in this area, as well as now coming up into the 11th house. The new moon, you got Venus and Pluto, and then of course Mars here in your 12th house. So that's the areas that's really going to be blooming for you this month. So let's talk about this Mercury retrograde. It is in the sign of Capricorn. It will start out in your career house direct first. So the first few days of December is all going to be about communications, interviews, reviews, that kind of thing. And then as it goes into your 11th house, it will have to do with your hopes and dreams and social media and so forth. And it will gather up towards Pluto. And that is when it turns retrograde. 15 degrees in Capricorn. And when it turns retrograde, that's always a very sensitive time when a planet turns, and it's turning right on the same degree of Pluto. So expect that this is a day that can really just mess things up a little bit, especially if you're out and about traveling. Expect maybe some delays, and then it will give you an extended time now to work through your situations in your 11th house issues, which has to do with your dreams, has to do with friendships, acquaintances, groups and organizations, social media, and so forth. And so, you know, retrogrades can be blessings. Why? It's frustrating while things are apparently feeling like they're delayed, but it's this extended time that you're getting, which is really going to behoove you in the long run, where Mercury's really trying to get all her ducks in a row for you. So when she goes direct in January and moves forward again, well, then you're good to go. And so yeah, what you would do or like to do is get all your Christmas shopping done prior to the 19th. I'd say if you can get it done by December 15th, you should be in the good, where you won't attract those funky gifts with moving parts that will not work, and you'll have to return them, right? That's what Mercury retrograde can do. Then you will have the luxury of not having that pressure to have to run around and doing those last moment shopping. But let's start top of the month, because why, we have Mars and Jupiter in a beautiful harmonious aspect. Now Mars is your goals, it is your desire, it is your determination and so forth, and Jupiter is expanding this. Whatever you're starting, is, say, if it is a new business, well, then that is fantastic. You're going to start off on flying wings. Not only that, but we got 3 Mars aspects on the first 6 days. So the first week of December is excellent. Mars prompting out with Jupiter, expanding everything now that are your goals. Mars is being secured by Saturn. Beautiful sextile there on the 3rd. Saturn always looks out for us, for the longevity of what it is we start with. So when it's in a harmonious aspect like this, well, then it's giving you some good roots. Uranus is coming in on the 6th, also in a sextile to Mars, so that is time for the unexpected. It could be a surprise. Now all this is good. Uranus for you is in the 2nd house for money and income, so you could possibly hear about money on the 6th. On the 9th, we have the Sun, which is you, Pisces, and the Sun being in your 10th house. Your focus is there on career, coming into a sextile of Jupiter, which currently for you is running in your 8th house for also money and finance. Not necessarily as far as your weekly or monthly income. It's more your savings, investments, and bonuses, commissions. That could be a great day for you to get some insight or news And in that case, it should be good. It's between your financial and your career. On the 10th, we also have the Sun initiating a conjunction with Saturn. The Sun being you, Saturn really looking at wanting to secure. This is a day here in your career house where you could come to an agreement, initiate something new, feeling that that is all good. Communication on this day, too, is really good because Mercury, which rules communication, is now here lining up with Neptune. Your hopes, your dreams, your visions, your communication is clear. Sometimes Neptune could be a little muddy, right? And create unclear communication. But here, not today. If you're needing to sign something, this would be the day to do it. Of course, we're still not into Mercury retrograde, so you're safe. But I'm liking that Saturn is looking out for you here on this day. Once that is said and done, Pisces, we have on the 11th, the Sun and Uranus. The Sun again being you. Uranus coming from your second house, money and income. This could also bring a surprise date for some extra money that you could see. We know that we were getting some news about money on the 6th. But here again on the 11th is another good money day for you. And then things will slow down. There's not many transits at all between the 11th and the 24th. So that brings us straight to Christmas, right? So if you get everything done, your shopping, up until the 11th, you're good to go. You will have that rare feeling of luxury, of not having the pressure to run around last minute shopping, so that you can really truly enjoy this Christmas and pay attention to all those little details. Why? Because listen, this Christmas we got 3 Venusian aspects. We got Venus trining on Jupiter, we got Venus sextiling on Uranus, and we got Venus sextiling on Saturn. What does that all mean? Well, let's start on Christmas Eve first, because that is where the Europeans and the rest of the world, they celebrate Christmas. And it's Saturn and Uranus in a beautiful trine, very harmonious. Saturn rules old traditions, Uranus rules new traditions. It's the unconventional. So this year we can perhaps come to see that there is a fusion between old and new traditions that can show up in our recipes, what we're going to eat and so forth. And it's blending over into bringing in Venus and Jupiter trine. Venus rules love. We're going to have a harmonious Christmas with our loved ones, our family, our children, but it also rules presents. It rules food. And since it's a trine to Jupiter, there's going to be more than enough to go around. It feels generous, it's plentiful. The gifts are going to be fabulous this year. There's generosity just all over the place. Again, then we have Venus and Uranus. Uranus bringing in the unexpected, surprises. Well, gifts are always surprises, aren't they? Well, we could say yes, but this year even more so, due to the very exact aspects of these planets. So we know it's going to be generous with Jupiter, but here's the surprise element with Uranus. And then Venus is also sextiling Saturn, wanting to ground and give roots to something. So, what I can say above and beyond just present giving and good food sharing and spending time with your family, some of you might be proposed to, and I've said that in the other videos as well, because why? Venus and Jupiter are the best aspects to get engaged, to get married, to be proposed to, or give a proposal. And since Uranus is in the picture, well, it's got to be something like that. So if you have that in mind, great time to do so, especially because you know that Saturn is really wanting to tie the knot and secure it for the long term. Couldn't be better. So good luck, guys, with that. On the 26th, we can see Jupiter has really been well fed. It has been a lot of food, a lot of sharing, so it just wants to kind of chill out on the 26th with this opposition to Uranus, where Uranus is saying that enough food already because Jupiter can expand everything, even our waistlines. So some of us might even choose to fast on this day. But we can see the Christmas holiday as opposed to the little bit of trying aspects that we had on Thanksgiving, here it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Nothing trying, nothing challenging, just a lot of fun. You'll be up and running again here, Pisces, on the 27th when Mercury and the Sun conjunct. That's your communication, you're brilliant, your mind is crystal clear, and it's ready and fit to fight to go back into action, as it's not just conjuncting on the Sun, which is you, but also sextiling with Mars, which is your physical drive, action, and passion. That's the 27th. Then we know the new moon. They're on the 28th in the sign of Capricorn. We mentioned that it is going to line up there with Pluto. No, I'm sorry, on the 28th. Yes, no, it's not lining. That was Mercury lining up with your Pluto. But the new moon here in your 11th house, this is when you want to place your intentions, right? For the whole oncoming year, not just the oncoming month. It's when we plant our seeds. For you, it being in the 11th house, well, you're going to be focusing on your hopes and dreams. You're going to be thinking about friendships and so forth, that you might want to make a little mental note of wanting to spend more quality time with your friends in the oncoming year. The full moon will be on the 13th, Pisces, and that is in the sign of Gemini, your 4th house. So that's where the energy is going to be illuminated. There's a lot of communication that goes on with a Gemini full moon, so expect your house to be bubbly and full of chatty individuals or family members. It's going to be a beautiful full moon, not to mention that super moon we had there in November, which was absolutely beautiful to see. So this is what I have for you. I want to just conclude the month of December because why? We have some more to express, and that's you, the Sun, and your ruler Neptune is coming into a sextile on the 30th, and that just puts you in a place, a dreamy place. Neptune always rules our dreams, our hopes, our vision, and you're going to really feel creative here on the 30th. And to power it up even more so is that Mars is coming in with a sextile to Neptune, and you're feeling that on the 30th. It's exact on the 31st, which brings us into the New Year celebration. And what a way to start a new year, Mars and Neptune. Hopes and dreams, your passion, your dedication, your goals, more about that and how it will affect you and where it will affect you in your chart when we listen to our New Year 2017 forecast for Pisces. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. It's where we're ending here, but that is where we're going to start. So listen, thank you for following in 2016, and I will see you there